welcome to our today's edition of News with me, Charity Chilanka. First, let's have a look at the top stories. Pope Francis launches 300 euros bonus for large Vatican families. Malawi unveils board plan to tackle cholera crisis with a multi-sectoral approach. Tichitenji's disputed decades-old land battle sparks courtroom drama. And in international news, Israeli airstrikes kill 82 in Gaza, including 18 in Gaza City after ceasefire announcement. We do have the details to these and many more. Stay tuned. Pope Francis has introduced a personal initiative to support families with 3 or more children as part of efforts to address the country's declining fertility rate. Under this plan, each eligible family will receive 300 euros, with the Pope ensuring comprehensive support for large families. However, this initiative is exclusively available to families employed under the Vatican City-State Governorate. We have a Catholic News Agency report read by Fallis Chizombe.
The Pope has extended support to families of Vatican City-State employees, reinforcing his consistent warnings about the country's low fertility rate. This assistance will cover children until they turn 18 or up to 24 if they are pursuing university education. Additionally, the Pope has doubled paternity leave for new fathers, increasing it from 3 to 6 days, with the policy also applying to adoptive parents. These measures aim to establish the Vatican as a family-friendly employer. Other initiatives include daycare services for children aged 3 months to 3 years and a summer camp for those aged 5 to 13 years. In a symbolic gesture, the Pope baptized 21 babies of Vatican staff and Swiss guards last Sunday.
Minister of Health Kumbeze Kandodo has emphasized the government's strong commitment to improving access to clean water, strengthening healthcare infrastructure, and implementing other key measures to combat cholera, which remains a persistent public health threat in Malawi. She particularly highlighted the challenges faced by regions with poor access to clean water and sanitation. Her comments were made earlier today in Lilongwe during the official launch of the Malawi Multi-Sectoral Cholera Control Plan, a comprehensive initiative aimed at addressing the cholera outbreak through coordinated efforts across various sectors. Bridget Manoka reports.
The launch of the Malawi Multi-Sectoral Cholera Control Plan represents a major milestone in the country's ongoing battle against cholera, a disease that has consistently affected vulnerable communities. With a well-defined strategy and strong partnership, the government aims to achieve cholera-free communities by the end of 2030. Minister of Health Kumbeze Kandodo emphasized that through this plan, the government is making a firm commitment to ensuring that no Malawian has to endure the suffering caused by this preventable disease. She said the plan will focus on enhancing water, sanitation, and healthy care systems along with public education to reduce the spread of cholera.
To put some things in place, some plans and some strategies. And so this is a multi-sector. We are doing this as a multi-sector because we are aware of issues of cholera. They are not just the Minister of Health issues. Issues of cholera, they touch on so many sectors of life. And we have water sanitation, who were also present through the Deputy Minister. But we also had the chiefs as well, meaning local government. We also had the officials from Ministry of Education. We are doing this that collectively we can, come together and make sure that the issues of cholera should be a history in Malawi.
Dr. Joseph Seleki, a representative of the Global Task Force on Cholera Control at the Red Cross, stated that the success of the plan hinges on government's ability to strengthen surveillance and rapid response systems to swiftly and effectively contain outbreaks. He also expressed their full support for the initiative, highlighting the crucial roles of community engagement, awareness campaigns, and resource mobilization in achieving the objectives of the plan.
And that's why the multi-sectoral plan is very important, bringing the different ministry. We looked at the issue of clean water, sanitation and hygiene. We look at the issue of early treatment, early detection and treatment. We look at also behavior change. And that's why this is very important, the launch of this plan.
Launched under the theme Healthy Communities, Cholera-Free Lives, Let's Work Together, the plan seeks to eliminate cholera in Malawi by 2030. This ambitious initiative stresses the need for a unified multi-sectoral approach involving various government ministries, international organizations, and local communities. The government of Malawi, in partnership with the Presidential Task Force on Public Health Emergencies, the Ministries of Health and Water and Sanitation, the World Health Organization, Red Cross Society, UNICEF, and other key stakeholders, has rolled out the Malawi Multi-Sectoral Cholera Control Plan. Bridget Mwanoka, for Luntha News.
3 witnesses have completed their testimonies in the Digitengested dispute involving Mama Cecilia Tamanda Kadzamela, former official hostess for the late President Dr. Hastings Kamuzu Banda and the late Elias Kapwidi Banda. Among the respondents' witnesses was Traditional Authority Kawele, who stated during re-examination that he granted the Digitenge estate to the Kapwidi family and expressed confusion over how Kadzamela obtained the title deed. However, Kadzamela's lawyer Kumbo Soko questioned why the respondents took over 3 decades to raise concerns about Kadzamela's use of the land. Robert Edward reports.
The civil case involving former official hostess Mama Cecilia Kadzamela and Elias Kapwidi Banda, both claiming ownership of the Digitenge estate, resumed its hearing on Thursday. The respondents, the Kapwidi family, presented 3 witnesses, including T.A. Kawere from Mchinji district, along with the wife and daughter of the late Elias Kapwidi, who were cross-examined by Kadzamela's lawyer Kumbo Soko. Speaking to journalists, Soko wondered why the witnesses waited over 3 decades to realize that the land they claim is theirs was being used by Cecilia Kadzamela.
First time that they went back to the city was 2021. I mean, who does that? Who does that? So I think there's a lot of misinformation that has been laid out, but I think the facts here are very clear. There was no property grabbing here. They could have gone to the National Compensation Tribunal, for crying out loud, if they wanted. If they really believed that they had a case, they would have gone to the National Compensation Tribunal. Kapwidi Banda was a senior member of the UDF. Yeah? He was chairman for Housing Corporation. He knew how to locate evidence of title.
However, the respondent's lawyer from Kalekene and lawyer's message Jerry stated that the proceedings are progressing well so far.
Yes, we are satisfied with the progress that has been made because we had arranged to call 6 witnesses. So far we've got 3 of them, and we are remaining with only 3 witnesses. So we are satisfied with the progress, and we believe that when we next convene on 20th January, we are going to conclude the case.
The hearing was scheduled for Thursday to allow the Attorney General's lawyers to be present, as both the Kadzamelas and the Kapwidis hold title deeds of the same land from the Ministry of Lands. High Court Judge Simeon Ndeza has adjourned the case until Monday for the continuation of the remaining 3 witnesses' testimonies. Previously, the claimants presented 2 witnesses in the case. For Luntha, this is Robert Edward.
The Malawi Congress Party MCP has announced that its primary elections will be conducted in 2 phases, beginning in February as the country prepares for the general elections in September. These elections will determine councillors and members of parliament and the president. The party's publicity secretary Jessica Bila explained that primaries in constituencies with incumbent MPs will be held in mid-April, while those in constituencies without sitting MPs will take place in mid-February. Kabila emphasized that the party's goal is to select candidates who reflect the preferences of the electorate, avoiding imposition. This approach is part of the MCP's strategy to ensure a 50% plus one majority in the upcoming general elections. Various groups, including the National Initiative for Civic Education NICE and political analysts, have urged political parties to ensure their elections are free and fair. We spoke with Dr. Kabila.
It is true that in spaces where we do not have a sitting Malawi Congress Party member, we are going to conduct primaries mid-February. But in places where we have sitting MP, we will do them mid-April. I think in terms of the calendar, that's how it has come out. As Malawi Congress Party, we truly appreciate that we have had challenges in conducting primaries, and we've paid a huge price for it before, because just judging from the number of independents that we've ended up with, it's something that we want to have behind us. So mechanisms have been put in order to make sure that the primaries will be free and fair, credible, and honestly integral, with full integrity to the membership. We understand fully that those who represent Malawi Congress Party at council and parliament level should be the ones that have been chosen by people, not imposed on the Malawi Congress Party members.
You're watching news on Luntha television. We'll be back after this short break. Watching news on Luntha television, now a reminder of the top stories. Pope Francis launches 300 euros bonus for large Vatican families. Malawi unveils board plan to tackle cholera crisis with a multi-sectoral approach. Strangers disputed decades-old land battle sparks courtroom drama. And in international news, Israeli airstrikes kill 82 in Gaza, including 18 in Gaza City after ceasefire announcement. Moving on with the news, the Competition and Fair Trading Commission CFTC has directed businesses to reimburse consumers a total of 6.5 million kwacha for engaging in unfair trading practices. Speaking to journalists on Thursday in Lilongwe, CFTC Director of Consumer Affairs Brenda Bota explained that this decision comes after adjudicating 49 cases, with 26 dismissed at the preliminary stage due to insufficient evidence. She highlighted that the refunds reflect the Commission's commitment to safeguarding consumer rights and fostering fair competition in the country. More details in this report read by Brenna Demanza.
Bota explained that the Commission is intensifying its efforts against businesses involved in unfair trading practices, such as selling defective goods and services or engaging in misleading and deceptive conduct. She notes that the CFTC operates under the updated Competition and Fair Trading Act of 2024, which introduced key reforms to the regulatory framework. The Act empowers the Commission to issue administrative orders directly, bypassing the need to refer cases to the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, for criminal charges. Bota further highlighted that the Act streamlines enforcement processes, enabling the Commission to take businesses that fail to comply with administrative orders to court for enforcement. Businesses are required to meet specific deadlines, including 14 days to submit financial records and 30 days to pay penalties. Non-compliance with these orders may result in legal proceedings. The Commission has issued a strong warning to businesses, emphasizing that non-compliance will not be tolerated and that all necessary measures will be taken to enforce orders and safeguard consumer rights.
To make administrative orders on cases that have been investigated, and we are no longer referring the cases to other government offices. As you will recall that in the Competition and Fair Trading Act of 1998, the offenses were made as criminal offenses. So once the issue has been investigated, the cases were being referred to the DPP's office for criminal prosecutions. But from July 2024, all the cases that are deliberated upon, the Commission makes administrative orders.
3 companies have been fined a percentage of their annual revenue, as outlined in the Competition and Fair Trading Act. In a prominent case, Paramount Holdings Limited has been directed to refund 6,160,000 kwacha to a complainant for purchasing defective fertilizer. Additionally, the CFTC has recommended 12 measures for approval by the COMESA Competition Commission. These actions underscore the Commission's dedication to promoting fair business practices and safeguarding consumers from exploitation.
Minister of Labour Engineer Vitumbiko Momba recently conducted a surprise inspection at Central Portal in Kanengo Lilongwe, where he discovered poor working conditions for employees. According to Engineer Vitumbiko Momba, this issue is of great concern to the ministry, which has made addressing workers' welfare a priority. More details in this report, compiled by Emmanuel Georgia.
As a newly appointed Minister of Labour, Engineer Mumba engaged with various departments to promote a safe working environment. His efforts aims to benefit Malawian workers' well-being. During the visit, Minister noted alarming concerns, including employees working without protective gear. These compromise workers' health and safety. The Minister engaged with employees, raised concern about carrying heavy loads under poor working conditions, abuse and low wages. The Minister's inspections revealed a dire situation, prompting him to order the factory's immediate closure.
Last year, and each laborer is supposed to carry maximum 23 kilograms, but they're carrying 50 kilograms. They're supposed to use machinery and doing that, and the minimum pay will not meeting it. That's why I'm coming to inspect. So I'll visit every place in this area. Then I'll meet the laborers on their own route ship. Then I'll meet you afterwards.
The closure serves as a warning to employers neglecting their responsibilities. The ministry will monitor and enforce compliance with labor laws. The ministry prioritizes employees' welfare, and Minister Mumba's action demonstrate a commitment to promote fair labor practices and protecting workers' rights. Employees raised concern about carrying heavy loads under poor working conditions, abuse, and low wages. The ministry's inspection revealed a dire situation, prompting him to order the factory's immediate closure. The closure serves as a warning to employers neglecting their responsibilities. The ministry will monitor and enforce compliance with labor laws. The ministry prioritizes employees' welfare, and Minister Mumba's action demonstrate a commitment to promoting fair labor practices and protecting workers' rights.
And in other news, Israeli forces have killed at least 82 people in Gaza, including 30 in Gaza City, in the hours following the announcement of a ceasefire agreement between Hamas and Israel. One of the attacks, which targeted a house near the Engineers Union building in the northern Gaza City on Wednesday night, resulted in the deaths of at least 18 people. We have an Al Jazeera report read by Bridget Manoka.
The Palestinian Civil Defense reported retrieving the bodies of 12 people from the Sheikh Radwan neighborhood in Gaza City. In central Gaza, 5 people were killed in an Israel drone strike that targeted a group of people in the Kalaji area of the Buleji camp. The death toll, which began being counted from Wednesday morning, continues to rise as Palestinians returned to their shelters. However, the ceasefire is set to begin on Sunday, and many in Gaza fear that the West may still come before the Israel bombing cease. Both Israel and Hamas have publicly acknowledged reaching a ceasefire and prisoner exchange agreement, though Israel has stated that some final details still need to be worked out before the deal is finalized.
With that item, we've also come to the end of our today's edition of news, but let's have a recap of the top stories before we go. Pope Francis launches €300 bonus for large Vatican families. Malawi unveils board plan to tackle cholera crisis with a multi-sectoral approach. Tichitenji State dispute decades-old land battle sparks courtroom drama. And in international news, Israeli airstrikes kill 82 in Gaza, including 18 in Gaza City after ceasefire announcement. I'm Charity Chilanga. Thanks so much for giving me company, and continue enjoying the rest of our programs right here on Luntha TV. Goodbye.